borders of Kewanee, Illinois, it's the Vinyl Exile with Jamal Wilson. Up here, it's all about the vinyl, the whole vinyl, and nothing but the vinyl, so help me God. Up here, there is no politics, no left wing, no right wing, just a 360-degree trip around that magical world that they call the spinning record. This show follows a few simple rules, okay? All the music comes from a vinyl source. The tracks are never repeated. You're only going to hear a track once. And also, none of the tracks are cleaned up or altered. The skips and the pops are intentional. And all of the shows are going to stay within the 2-hour mark, give or take. Now let's enjoy some sonic milk from the musical teat.
As your body grows bigger,
your mind must flower.
It's great to learn,
'cause knowledge is power.
It's Schoolhouse Rockin', a chip off the block of your favorite Schoolhouse Rock.
Rockin' and a rollin', splishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? The pilgrims sailed the sea to find a place to call their own. In their ship Mayflower, they hope to find a better home. They finally knocked on Plymouth Rock, and someone said, "We're there." It may not look like home, but at this point I don't care. Oh, they were missing Mother England. They swore their loyalty until the very end. Anything you say, King, it's okay, King. You know it's kind of scary on your own. Gonna build a new land the way we planned. Could you help us run it till it's grown? They planted corn, you know, they built their houses one by one. And bit by bit they worked until the colonies were done. They looked around, yeah, up and down, and someone said, "Hooray! If the king could only see us now, he would be proud of us today." They knew that now they'd run their own land. But George III still vowed he'd rule them to the end. Anything I say, do it my way now. Anything I say, do it my way. Don't you get to feeling independent, 'cause I'm gonna force you to obey. He taxed their property, he didn't give them any choice. And back in England, he didn't give them any voice. That's called taxation without representation, and it's not fair. But when the colonies complained, the king said, "I don't care." He even has the nerve to tax our cup of tea. To put it kindly, King, we really don't agree. Gonna show you how we feel. We're gonna dump this tea and turn this harbor into the biggest cup of tea in history. They wanted no more Mother England. They knew the time had come for them to take command. It's very clear you're being unfair, King. No matter what you say, we won't obey. Gonna hold a revolution now, King, and we're gonna run it all away with no more king.
We're gonna elect a president.
No more king.
He's gonna do what the people want.
No more king.
We're gonna run things our way.
No more king.
Nobody's gonna tell us what to do.
Rockin' and a rollin', splishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be
A free country.
I'd at least thought I would start out the show with an idea of what the United States started out to be before we got as fucked up as we did after the Trump administration. This is Jamal David Wilson, and this is the Vinyl Exile. And in tonight's episode, I decided that first off, I decided to take a break while recording this episode because I was watching a documentary on the Night Flight app, Night Flight channel called Fascism on a Thread, which was about the legacy of Nazi exploitation movies, and I felt so mentally shattered. I decided, hey, why don't I just go record a show about a subject that can enrich us all, especially in these turbulent times? And that's why I decided to turn to making an episode about Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock was a series during the 70s in which it was played on ABC in between the Saturday morning cartoons. And the, what's the word I'm looking for? The objective of the series was to make an entertaining musical learning program in a bit-sized thing so that kids could learn it. And so in between Schoolhouse Rock and Sesame Street, these have to be two of the most influential educational programs out there. You can also go to your local library and see these on video. There's a special edition Schoolhouse Rock DVD that I'd highly recommend. So what I'm going to do now is basically play the spots that were used on Schoolhouse Rock because it's not available on Apple Music at all. They have an album on there called Schoolhouse Rock Rocks, in which the alternative and independent artists do rock and roll versions of their favorite Schoolhouse Rock songs, but none of the originals are available. So what I decided is I'm going to give you the originals, and hopefully you'll learn something. So let's get to learning.
Ooh, there's gonna be fireworks on the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue fireworks like diamonds in the sky. We're gonna shoot the entire works on fireworks that really show, oh yeah, we declared our liberty 200 years ago. In 1776, there were fireworks too. The original colonists, you know their tempers blew. Like Thomas Paine once wrote, it's only common sense that if a government won't give you your basic rights, you better get another government. And though some people tried to fight it, well, a committee was formed to write it. Benjamin Franklin, Philip Livingston, John Adams, Roger Sherman, Thomas Jefferson, they got it done. The Declaration, the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Continental Congress said that we were free. Said we had the right of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Ooh, when England heard the news, they blew their stack. But the colonists lit the fuse, there'd be no turning back. They'd had enough of injustice now, but even if it really hurts, oh yeah, if you don't give us our freedom now, you're gonna see some fireworks. And on the 4th of July they signed it, and 56 names underlined it. And now to honor those first 13 states, we turn the sky into a birthday cake. They got it done. The Declaration, the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Continental Congress said that we were free. Said we had the right of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
We hold these truths to be self-evident,
that all men are created equal,
that they are endowed by their Creator
with certain unalienable rights,
that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And if there's one thing that makes me happy, then you know that it's there's gonna be fireworks.
The British are coming, the British are coming.
Now the ride of Paul Revere set the nation on its ear, and the shot at Lexington heard round the world. When the British fish fired in the early dawn. The War of Independence had begun. The die was cast, the rebel flag unfurled. And on to Concord marched the foe to seize the arsenal. There you know, waking folks searching all around. Till our militia stopped them in their tracks. At the old North Bridge we turned them back and chased those redcoats back to Boston town. And the shot heard round the world was the start of the revolution. The Minutemen were ready on the move. Take your powder, take your gun, report to General Washington. Hurry men, there's not an hour to lose. Now at famous Bunker Hill, even though we lost, it was quite a thrill. The rebel Colonel Prescott proved he was wise. Outnumbered and low on ammunition as the British stormed his position, he said, hold your fire till you see the whites of their eyes. Though the next few years were rough, General Washington's men proved they were tough. Those hungry, ragged boys would not be beat. One night they crossed the Delaware, surprised the Hessians in their lair, and at Valley Forge they just bundled up their feet. Now the shot heard round the world was the start of the revolution. The Minutemen were ready on the move. Take your blanket, take your sun, report to General Washington. We've got our rights and now it's time to prove. Well, they showed such determination that they won the admiration of countries across the sea like France and Spain, who loaned the colony ships and guns and put the British on the run and the Continental Army on its feet again. And though they lost some battles too, the Americans swore they'd see it through. Their raiding parties kept up hit and run. At Yorktown, the British could not retreat, bottled up by Washington and the French fleet. Cornwallis surrendered, and finally we had won. Hooray! Long shot heard round the world, the end of the revolution. The continental rabble took the day, and the father of our country beat the British there at Yorktown. Brought freedom to you and me in the USA. God bless America.
USA. Do you know about the government? Can you tell me about the Constitution? Hey, learn about the USA. In 1787, I'm told our founding fathers did agree to write a list of principles for keeping people free. USA was just starting out a whole brand new country, and so our people spelled it out, the things that we should be, and they put those principles down on paper and called it the Constitution, and it's been helping us run our country ever since then. The first part of the Constitution is called the Preamble and tells what those founding fathers set out to do. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. In 1787, I'm told our founding fathers all sat down and wrote a list of principles that's known the world around. The USA was just starting out a whole brand new country, and so our people spelled it out. They wanted a land of liberty, and the preamble goes like this. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. To ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. For the United States of America.
One thing you will discover when you get next to one another is everybody needs some elbow room, elbow room. It's nice when you're kinda cozy, but not when you're tangled nose to nosy. Oh, everybody needs some elbow, needs a little elbow room. That's how it was in the early days of the USA. The people kept a-coming to settle, though the East was the only place there was to go. The president was Thomas Jefferson. He made a deal with Napoleon. How'd you like to sell a mile or two?
Or 3 or 100 or 1,000.
And so in 1803 the Louisiana Territory was sold to us without a fuss and gave us lots of elbow room. Oh, elbow room, elbow room. Got to get us some elbow room. It's the West or bust. In God we trust. There's a new land out there. Lewis and Clark volunteered to go. Goodbye, good luck, wear your overcoat. They prepared for good times and for bad, and for bad. They hired a Sacagawea to be their guide. She led them all across the countryside, reached the coast, and found the most elbow room we've ever had. The way was opened up for folks with bravery. There were plenty of fights to win land rights, but the West was meant to be. It was a manifest destiny. The trappers, traders, and the peddlers, the politicians and the settlers, they got there by any way they could. The gold rush trampled down the wilderness, the railroads spread across from east to west, and soon the rest was opened up for good. Now we jet from east to west, we by New York, LOLA, but it took those early folks to open up the way. Now we've got a lot of room to be growing from sea to shining sea. Guess that we have got our elbow room, elbow room. But if there should ever come a time when we're crowded up together, I'm sure we'll find some elbow room up on the moon. Oh, elbow room, elbow room. Got to get us some elbow room. It's the moon or bust. In God we trust. There's a new land up there.
Mother Necessity with her good intentions. Where would this country be without her inventions?
Oh, things were rotten in the land of cotton until Whitney made the cotton gin. Now old times there will soon be forgotten, for it did the work of 100 men.
Mother Necessity, where would we be?
Mother Edison worked late each night. It went well until the fading light.
Little Thomas Alva Edison said, I'll grow up to be a great inventor, and I'll make a lamp to help my mommy see. Wowee, what an excellent application of electricity.
He worked hard and pulled a switch. He was smart and very rich.
Mother Necessity, help us to see. Now the mother of Samuel Morse always sent the lad out on a horse.
Take a message to Miss Peavy on the far side of the pike. Spread the word about the quilting bee next Saturday night.
Little Samuel started thinking of a way to send a message, though he'd never met a horse he didn't like.
Mother Necessity. Elias, can you help me with my sewing?
Mother dear, I'll fulfill your fondest wishes.
Elias, how?
This machine I've made will keep your sewing really flowing. In fact, we'll keep the whole nation in stitches. Mother necessity, where would we be?
Bring me on the Alexander Graham Bell. Thank you, Alexander, for the phone. I'd never get a date, I'd never get a job unless I had a telephone.
Mother necessity.
Oh, Bill Wilbur, go outside this minute and now continue with your silly playing. Take these plans and take those blueprints, take that funny looking thing, take that wheel, take that wing. I can't hear a thing that Mrs. Johnson's saying. Oh, Bill Wilbur, a nice boys.
Mother necessity, where would we be? When Robert Fulton made the steamboat go.
When Marconi gave us wireless radio.
When Henry Ford cranked up his $5 note.
When Samuel Slater showed us how the factories go.
And all the iron and all in coal and steel and Yankee, don't you know
They made this country really grow, 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 grow. With mother necessity, and where would we be without the inventions of your progeny?
Now you have heard of women's rights and how we've tried to reach new heights. If we're all created equal, that's us too. Yeah, but you will probably not recall that it's not been too long at all since we even had the right to cast a vote. Well, sure, some men bowed down and called us misses. Yeah. Let us hang the wash out and wash the dishes. But when the time rolled around to elect a president, what did they say, sister? What did they say? They said, see you later, alligator. And don't forget my mashed potatoes, 'cause I'm going downtown to cast my vote for president. Oh, we were suffering until suffering. Not a woman here could vote no matter what age. And the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule. Oh, yeah. And now we pull down on the lever, cast our ballot, and we endeavor to improve our country, state, county, town, and school. Tell them about those pilgrim women who braved the boat. They could cook the turkey, but they could not vote. Even Betsy Ross, who showed the flag, was left behind that first election day. What a shame, sisters! Then Susan B. Anthony, yeah, and Julia Howe, Lucretia Mott, and others. They showed us how they carried signs and marched in lines until at long last the law was passed. Oh, we were suffering until suffrage. Not a woman here could vote no matter what age. Then the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule. Oh, yeah. And now we cool down on the lever, cast our ballot, and we endeavor to improve our country, state, county, town, and school. Yeah. Yes, the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule. Yes, the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule. All right, we got it now. Since 1920, sisters unite.
Bruce Lee is gone, but his supreme style of fighting goes on and on in Goodbye, Bruce Lee, his last game of death. Bruce Lee, he's more than a memory to his millions of brothers of all colors, and now he's back. Hear Kareem Abdul-Jabbar talk about the mysterious death of his close friend and teacher Bruce Lee, and see exciting footage of Jabbar and Lee in actual martial arts competition. Goodbye, Bruce Lee, his last game of death. Bruce Lee, the Muhammad Ali of martial arts, who fought his way from the ghettos of Hong Kong and San Francisco to become the most exciting fighting legend of our time. And now he's back. Terry Levine presents an Aquarius Films release. Goodbye, Bruce Lee, his last game of death. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
You sure gotta climb a lot of steps to get to this Capitol building here in Washington. Well, I wonder who that sad little scrap of paper is.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
Hey, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
Well, I got this far. When I started, I wasn't even a bill. I was just an idea. Some folks back home decided they wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." And he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill. And I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee, and I'll sit here and wait while a few key congressmen discuss and debate whether they should let me be a law. I hope and pray that they will, but today I am still just a bill.
Listen to those congressmen arguing. Is all that discussion and debate about you?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most bills never even get this far. I hope they decide to report on me favorably, otherwise I may die.
Die?
Yeah, die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm gonna live. Now I go to the House of Representatives and they vote on me.
If they vote yes, what happens?
Then I go to the Senate and the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for me on Capitol Hill, well, then I'm off to the White House where I'll wait in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if he signs me, then I'll be a law. I hope and pray that he will. But today I am still just a bill.
You mean even if the whole Congress says you should be a law, the president can still say no?
Yes, that's called a veto. If the president vetoes me, I have to go back to Congress and they vote on me again, and by that time you're so
By that time, it's very unlikely that you become a law. It's not easy to become a law, is it?
No, but how I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
He signed your bill. Now you're a law.
Oh, yes.
Circus someday. People will say it's a fine one, son. Gonna have a 3-ring circus someday. People will come from miles around. Lions, tigers, acrobats, and jugglers and clowns galore. Tightrope walkers, pony riders, elephants, and so much more. Guess I got the idea right here at school. And visit ring number 1. The show's just begun. Meet the president. I am here to see that the laws get done. The ringmaster of the government.
your attention on ring number 3. The judiciary's in the spotlight. The courts take the laws and they tame the crimes, balancing the wrongs with your rights. No one part can be more powerful than any other is. Each controls the other, you see, and that's what we call checks and balances. Well, everybody's act is part of the show, and no one's job is more important. The audience is kinda like the country, you know, keeping an eye on their performance. Ring 1, executive. 2 is legislative, that's Congress. Ring 3, judiciary. See, it's kinda like my circus. My circus. I'm gonna have a 3-ring circus someday. People will say it's a fine one, son. But until I get it, I'll do my thing. With government, it's got 3 rings.
Electricity, 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 electricity. Electricity, 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 electricity. When you're in the dark and you wanna see electricity, electricity. Wanna flip that switch and what do you get? Electricity, electricity. Every room can now be lit. Electricity, electricity. Where do you think where it all comes from? Electricity, electricity.
take adjectives out of the other parts of speech, like verbs or nouns. All you have to do is tack on an ending, like ick or ish or eric. For example, this boy can grow up to be a huge man, but still have a boyish face. Boy is a noun, but the ending ish makes it an adjective, boyish. That describes the huge man's face. Get it? Next time you go on a trip, remember this little tip. The minute you get back, they'll ask you this and that. You can describe people, places, and things. Simply unpack your adjectives. You can do it with adjectives. Tell me about it with adjectives. You can shout it with adjectives.
Ready, Pop? Yep. Ready, son? Let's go.
Let's go.
1, 2.
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Lolly, 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 got some adverbs here. Come on down to Lolly's, get the adverbs here. You're going to need if you write or read or even think about it. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Got a lot of lolly jolly adverbs here. Anything you need and we can make it absolutely clear. An adverb is a word.
That's all it is, and there's a lot of them.
That modifies a verb.
Sometimes a verb, sometimes.
It modifies an adjective or else another adverb. And so you see that it's positively very, very necessary. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Father, son, and lolly selling adverbs here. Got a lot of adverbs and we make it clear. So come to Lolly.
Hello, folks. This is Lolly Sr. saying we have every adverb in the book, so come on down and look.
Hello, folks. Lolly Jr. here. Suppose your house needs painting. How are you going to paint it? That's where the adverb comes in. We can also give you a special intensifier so you can paint it very neatly or rather sloppily.
Hi. Suppose you're going nut gathering. Your buddy wants to know where and when. Use an adverb and tell him.
Get your adverb, use it with an adjective, it says much more. Anything described can be described some more. Anything you'd ever need is in the store. And so you choose very carefully every word you use. Use it with a verb, it tells us how you did. Where it happened, where you're going, where you've been. Use it with another adverb, that's the end. And even more. How, where, or when, condition or reason. These questions are answered when you use an adverb.
Come and get it,
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Quickly, 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 get those adverbs here. Slowly, surely, really learn your adverbs here. You're going to need them if you read them, if you write or talk or think about them, Lolly.
If it's an adverb, we have it at Lolly's. Bring along your old adjectives, too, like slow, soft, and sure. We'll fit them out with our LY attachment and make perfectly good adverbs out of them.
Get your adverbs here.
Lots of good tricks at Lolly's, so come on down.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Adverbs deal with manner, place, time.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Condition, reason.
Father, son, and lolly.
Comparison, contrast.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Enrich your language with adverbs.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Besides, they're absolutely free.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
At your service.
Indubitably.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I got 3 favorite cars that get most of my job done.
Conjunction, junction, what's their function?
I got and, but, and, or. They'll get you pretty far. And, that's an additive, like this and that. But, that's sort of the opposite. Not this, but that. And then there's or, O-R. When you have a choice like this or that. And, but, and, or get you pretty far.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up 2 boxcars and making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter. butter, peas and rice.
Hey, that's nice.
Dirty but happy, digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or two. He's poor but honest, sad but true. Boo-hoo!
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up two cars to one when you say something like this. Choice, either now or later, or no choice. Neither now nor ever.
Hey, that's clever.
Eat this or that, grow thin or fat. Never mind, I wouldn't do that, I'm fat enough now.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up phrases and clauses that balance like out of the frying pan and into the fire. He cut loose the sandbags, but the balloon wouldn't go any higher. Let's go up to the mountains or down to the seas. You should always say thank you or at least say please.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses in complex sentences like in the mornings when I'm usually wide awake, I love to take a walk through the gardens and down by the lake where I often see a duck and a drake. And I wonder as I walk by just what they'd say if they could speak. Although I know that's an absurd thought.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up cars and making them function.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I like tying up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, watch that function.
I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there. A friend named Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla, and I could say that Rufus found a kangaroo that followed Rufus home, and now that kangaroo belongs to Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla. Whew, I could say that, but I don't have to, cause I got pronouns. I can say he found a kangaroo that followed him home, and now it is his. You see, he, him, and his are pronouns replacing the noun. Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla, a very proper noun, and it is a pronoun replacing the noun kangaroo. How common. Now Rufus has a sister named Raffaella Gabriella Sarsaparilla. If she found a kangaroo, I'd say to you, she found a kangaroo that followed her home, and now it is hers. But I can't say that, cause she found an aardvark that fell in love with her, and they're so happy. And my name's Albert Andreas Samadilla, no relation to the sarsaparillas. Because of pronouns I can say, I wish she would find a rhinoceros for me, and we'd be happy. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun, cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Tell you Raffaella Gabriella and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla and Albert Andreas Amadilla found an aardvark, a kangaroo, and a rhinoceros. And now that aardvark and that kangaroo and that rhinoceros belong respectively to Raffaella Gabriella Sarsaparilla and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla and Albert Andreas Amadilla. Because of pronouns I can say in this way, we found them and they found us, and now they are ours and we're so happy. Thank you, pronoun. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun, cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Sometimes when we take them all on the bus, people really raise a fuss. They start shouting out a lot of pronouns at us like, who brought that rhinoceros on this bus, and what made that horrible noise, and which one of them's getting off first? Who, what, and which are special pronouns that can ask a question in a sense where you do not know the name of the noun. But I know I have mine and she has hers, and he has his, and you have yours. They love us and we love them. What's ours is theirs, that's how it is with friends. And pronouns, you are really friends, yeah. Cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down.
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, rated X, is here.
Walt Disney's turning in his grave.
Newsweek magazine says Andy Warhol's Frankenstein is a perversely fascinating movie.
Very bloody. Gory. It was a trip.
Playboy says swooping bats, severed limbs, human entrails, a hideous decapitating gadget, and some well-turned breasts and buttocks are among the treats that slither off the screen.
Yeah, I think it's a type of movie I've never seen before. Sickening. I think it was an excellent film.
Judith Christ in New York magazine says Andy Warhol's Frankenstein has some very funny things going for it.
If you like Andy Warhol, you like Frankenstein, you like X-rated movies, you like it's freaky movie. It's a really freaky movie.
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein from Bryanston Pictures, rated X, under 17 not admitted.
I get my thing in action. To be, to see, to feel, to live.
That's what's happening.
I put my heart in action. To run, to go, to get, to give.
You're what's happening.
That's where I find satisfaction, yeah. To search, to find, to have, to hold. When I use my imagination, I think, I plot, I plan, I dream, turning in towards creation. I make, I write, I dance, I sing. When I'm feeling really active, I run, I ride, I swim, I fly. Other times when life is easy, I rest, I sleep, I sit, I lie.
That's what's happening.
I can take a noun and bend it, give me a noun.
Back, forth, break and pound.
Make it a verb and really send it.
Show me how.
Oh, I don't know my own power. I get my thing in action, and being, and doing, and saying. A verb expresses action, being, or a state of being.
A verb makes a statement.
Yeah, a verb tells it like it is.
That's what's happening.
I can tell you when it's happening.
Past, present, future tense.
Tell you more about what's happening.
Say it so it makes some sense.
Oh, I can tell you who is happening.
Verb, you're so intense.
Hey, every sentence has a subject.
Noun, person, place, or thing.
Find that subject, where's the action?
Verb can make a subject sing.
Take a subject, what is it? What's done to it? What does it say? Ooh, I can question like, what is it?
Verb, you're so demanding.
I can order like, go get it.
Verb, you're so commanding.
When I hit, I need an object.
Verb, hit the wall.
When I see the object.
Do you see that bird is ball?
If you can see it, then put the ball over the fence, man. Go ahead on. Yeah, all right. What? He hit it. It's going. It's going. It's gone. What? I get my thing in action.
That's what's happening.
To work, to play, to live, to love.
Well, every person you can know, and every place that you can go, and anything that you can show, you know they're nouns. A noun's a special kind of word. It's any name you ever heard. I find it quite interesting. A noun's a person, place, or thing. Oh, I took a train to another state. The flora and the fauna that I saw were really great. But when I saw some bandits chasing the train, I was wishing I was back home again. I took a train to another state. Well, every person you can know, like a bandit or an engineer, and every place that you can go, like a state or a home, and anything that you can show, like animals and plants or a train, you know they're nouns. You know they're nouns. Oh, Mrs. Jones is a lady on Hudson Street. She sent her dog to bark at my brother and me. Gave her dog a big fat bone, and now he barks at Mrs. Jones. She's a lady who lives on Hudson Street. Well, every person you can know, Mrs. Jones, a lady or a brother, interesting. A noun's a person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Like a butterfly or like a bee, like an ant as busy as can be, these little words we call the busy peas.
Preposition.
9 or 10 of them do most all of the work.
Of, on, to, with, in, from, by, for, at, over, across.
And many others do their job, which is simply to connect their noun or pronoun object to some other word in the sentence. Busy peas, if you please.
On the top is where you are.
The top relates to where.
With a friend you'll travel far.
With a friend you'll go.
If you try, you know that you can fly over the rainbow.
Over the rainbow is where you can fly. Busy prepositions, always on the go. Like a bunch of busy bees, floating pollen on the breeze, buzzing over the meadows, beyond the forest, through the trees, into the beehive. Busy, busy bees.
Beyond, over, on, through.
Busy prepositions, always out in front, on the edges, in the crack, around the corner, from the back, in between the action, stating clearly to your satisfaction the location and direction. Prepositions give specific information.
Though little words they are, they never stand alone.
Gathering words behind them, you soon will see how they have grown into a parade. A prepositional phrase with a noun or at least a pronoun bringing up the rear. A little phrase of 2 or 3 or 4 or more words.
Prepositions, attention, forward march.
Busy prepositions, always on the march. Like a horde of soldier ants, inching bravely forward on the slimmest chance that they might better their positions. Busy, busy prepositions.
In the air, on the ground, everywhere.
The sun sank lower in the west. In the west it sank.
And it will rise in the morning and will bring the light of day.
We say the sun comes up in the east every day.
In the east it rises.
Busy prepositions, busy, busy, busy.
On the top is where you are.
On the top.
If you try, you know that you can fly.
Fly where?
Over the rainbow.
Dad, how come you and Mom can't pay for me to go on my band trip to the Rose Bowl parade? Don't you make a ton of money?
I don't know about that, but we do have a ton of expenses.
Like what? Isn't there something here we can do without?
We can stop buying groceries, but that might be a mistake. 'Cause eating is a habit I'd be loath to try and break. We could stop paying income tax, but they might send me to jail. And if we don't pay the mortgage, then they'll take our house. Then where would we get our mail? If not for all these bills and taxes, our income would more than suffice. I feel like a real big cheese until everybody takes a slice. And I don't want to bore you with my troubles or my woes. Still, you're old enough to know where the money goes. We don't have to pay for furniture if you want to learn upholstering. We don't really need to pay the phone bill. We can use tin cans and a string. It's bedtime. We'd never have to pay to paint the house if we went off and lived in a cave. And if you're planning on inheriting $1 million, then there's really no need to save. We'd make a decent living, that's true. But we have to pay these bills when they come due. Please observe this illustration which irrefutably shows exactly how and where the money goes. You know, if you could help us cut down on some of these expenses, I bet we could save enough for you to go on that trip.
What could I do?
We could really lower the phone bill if you limit the length of your call.
Bye.
You could probably put some money in your savings bank if you skip one trip to the mall. We'd spend a little less on electricity if you turn off the lights when you leave. And we could save a lot on our laundry bills if you'd watch where you put your sleeve. You could bring a little in with a part-time job. All we ask is that you do your best. If you earn a little here and save a little there, we'll try to come up with the rest. We can't stop the money from trickling out, but we can control how it flows. And we can start by being aware of where the money goes. Where is my money? My money! It's gone.
40 days and 40 nights, didn't it rain, children? Not a speck of land in sight, didn't it rain? But Noah built the ark so tight, they sailed on, children. And when at last the waters receded, and the dove brought back the olive tree leaf, he landed that ship near Mount Ararat, and one of his children grabbed Noah's robe and said,
Hey, Dad, how many animals on this old ark anyway, huh?
Elementary, my dear, 2 times 2 is 4. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 3 is 6. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 4 is 8. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, of course, and it must occur to you. You get an even number every time you multiply by 2. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 6 is 12. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 7 is 14. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 8 is 16. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 10 is 20. 11 twice is 22. Double 12, that's 24. 13 twice is 26. 14 twice is 28. 15 twice is 30. Now you build it up on 30. 16 twice is 32. Elementary. 17 twice is 34, elementary. 18 twice is 36, elementary. 19 twice is 38, elementary. 20 twice is 40, and it must occur to you. You can double any number, all you do is multiply by 2. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 2 is 4. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah, elementary, my dear, 2 times 4 is 8. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 5 is 10. Yeah. Now, if you want to multiply 2 times 174, or some big number like that, 2 times 174 equals 2 times 100 plus 2 times 70 plus 2 times 4. That's all. So 2 times 174 equals 200 plus 140 plus 8 are 348. It's elementary. Elementary, elementary. Twice 32 is 64. Elementary. Twice 33 is 66. Elementary. Twice 34 is 68. Elementary. Twice 35 is 70. Elementary. Yeah, yes, it's elementary. Yeah. Now, what's 2 times 98?
Aw, that's hard.
No, it's very simple. 2 times 98 equals 2 times 100 minus 2 times 2. That's 200 minus 4, 196. Elementary. 40 days and 40 nights, didn't it rain, children? 3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number. Somewhere in the ancient mystic trinity, you get 3 as a magic number. The past and the present and the future, faith and hope and charity, the heart and the brain and the body give you 3 as a magic number. It takes 3 legs to make a tripod or to make a table stand. It takes 3 wheels to make a vehicle called a tricycle.
Every triangle has 3 corners. Every triangle has 3 sides. No more, no less. You don't have to guess. When it's 3, you can see it's a magic number. A man and a woman had a little baby. Yes, they did. They had 3 in the family. That's a magic number. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Now the multiples of 3 come up 3 times in each set of 10. In the first 10, you get 3, 6, 9, and in the teens 10, it's 12, 15, and 18. And in the 20s, you get a 21, 24, 27, and it comes out even on 30. Yeah.
Now multiply backwards from 3 times 10.
3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1 is 3, of course.
Now dig the pattern once more. 3.
3, 6, 9.
12.
12, 15, 18.
21.
21, 24, 27. 30.
Yeah.
30.
Now multiply from 10 backwards.
3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1. What is it? 3. Yeah, that's a magic number. A man and a woman had a little baby. Yes, they did. They had 3 in the family. That's a magic number.
We went to the 4-legged zoo to visit our 4-footed friends. Lions and tigers, cats and dogs, a goat and a cow and a couple of hogs.
A rhinoceros and, of course, a hippopotamus. And oh yes, a horse.
There were elephant, bison, and new or 2, giraffes and elephants, quite a few.
A llama, alpaca, vicuna, 2 zebras, ibexes, and 1 big kudu. It was swell.
I like the gazelle.
Now Miss Simpson said
She teaches school, you know.
Yeah, she took us there. Well, Miss Simpson said
If you counted every head on these quadrupeds, then multiplied that number by 4, we'd know how many feet went through the door if we turned them all loose.
Although don't do that.
It's really a groovy zoo.
But anyway, what Miss Simpson said, it was a good chance to work on our 4s in our head. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll take a lion.
1 times 4.
He's got 4 legs and maybe a roar.
Give me 2 camels. That's 2 times 4. 8 legs smoking across the desert floor.
A tiger and a lamb and a fat kudu.
We have 3 times 4 equals 12 legs too.
But we might have to subtract when that tiger was through. Row! 4 4-footed friends, no matter who, would have 16 legs, and it's always true.
That 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 times 4 is 20.
Now a coach and 6, if you were Cinderella, would have you home by midnight. If those 24 legs ran fast as light.
6 times 4 equals 24. 7 times 4 equals 28.
Anyone knows that, who cares about 7?
And 8 antelope has 32 legs, cause 8 times 4 is 32.
Here come a small herd of buffalo. They say they're getting extinct, you know.
I can count 9, that's 36 legs.
9 times 4 equals 36.
Here comes a baby buffalo.
That's good, that's 10. And 10 times 4, you know, is 40. 11 coyotes
11 times 4
went slinking over the prairie floor on all of their legs.
equals 44.
Now 12 times 4 is as high as we go.
12 times 4 equals 48.
But there were so very, very many, many more animals standing there by the gate that we'd have to use a pencil if we counted them all. And we really had fun and we saw everyone.
A bear, a cougar, a jackal, a yak, a fox, some deer, and a sweet giraffe.
And I can't remember how many, many more, but we multiplied them all by 4. And some of them thanked us with a roar.
The Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope. Thank you so much. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bob Hope back once again to tell you it's better to have Pepsodent flowing over your teeth now than to have water running under your bridge later.
Now, everybody try to find a good hiding place. This old tree is going to be the base. I'm going to close my eyes and hide my face and count to 100 by 5s. Ready? Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Ready or not, here I come. Apple, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Oh, all right, I'll count it again, but you better get hit, kid. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. There. A bushel of wheat and a bushel of rye. Who's not hit? Holler I. 20 nickels makes $1. I didn't hear anybody holler. 5 times 20 is 100. Everybody got to be hit. All eyes open, here I come. Multiplying by 5 is a little like counting by 5. In fact, if you counted along on your fingers as you counted out loud by 5s, your fingers would tell you how many 5s you've got. Okay, let's count together now. Count on your fingers. 1 finger for each count out loud. Get set, ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, stop. 20. You got 4 fingers, see? That means 4 times 5 is 20. Let's try another one. Get set, ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, stop. 35. 7 fingers. That's right. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, let's try a longer one. Now, when you run out of fingers at 50, you see, because 10 times 5 is 50, then start over with the same fingers and remember that you owe 10. Get set, ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Stop. 10 and 2, right? That's 12 fingers, and 12 times 5 is 60. See how it works? Now, you may notice that if you multiply 5 by an even number, your product will end in 0. And if you multiply 5 by an odd number, your product will end in 5. Okay, now let's do one more game of counting the 5s on our fingers. This is a long number. Keep going. Get set, ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Stop. 85. 17 fingers. Look at that bar with 17 fingers sticking up. How do you do that, kid? Anyway, 5 times 17 is 85. You see, that's 3 5s short of 100. If you had 3 more nickels, 15 cents, and added the 15 to the 85, you'd get 100, right? Cause 5 times 20 is 100. Everybody got to be hit at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Ready or not? Yeah, 0 is a wonderful thing. In fact, 0 is my hero.
How can 0 be a hero?
Well, there are all kinds of heroes, you know. A man can get to be a hero for a famous battle he fought, or by studying very hard and becoming a weightless astronaut. And then there are heroes of other sorts, like the heroes we know from watching sports. But a hero doesn't have to be a grown-up person, you know. A hero can be a very big dog who comes to your rescue, or a very little boy who's smart enough to know what to do. But let me tell you about my favorite hero. Did you ever stop to think about 0? 0 is fantastic. Why, without the concept of 0, we'd never be able to multiply, divide, add, subtract, or even to count very high. My hero, 0. Such a funny little hero, but till you came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. Now you're here to stay, and nobody really knows how wonderful you are. Why we could never reach a star without you, Zero, my hero. How wonderful you are.
What's so wonderful about a zero? It's nothing, isn't it?
Sure, it represents nothing alone, but place a zero after one, and you've got yourself a 10. See how important that is? When you run out of digits, you can start all over again. See how convenient that is? That's why with only 10 digits, including zero, you can count as high as you could ever go. Forever towards infinity. No one ever gets there, but you could try. With 10 billion zeros, from the cavemen till the heroes who invented you, they counted on their fingers and toes, and maybe some sticks and stones,
rocks and bones,
and their neighbors' toes. You're here, and nobody really knows how wonderful you are. Why we could never reach the star without you, Zero, my hero. Zero, how wonderful you are. Place 1 0 after any number, and you've multiplied that number by 10. See how easy that is? Place 2 zeros after any number, and you've multiplied that number by 100. See how simple that is? Place 3 zeros after any number, and you've multiplied that number by 1,000, etc., etc. Ad infinitum, ad astra, forever and ever with zero. My hero, how wonderful you are.
I got 6, that's all there is.
6 times 1 is 6, 1 times 6.
He got 6, I put mine with his, and we got 12.
6 times 2 is 12, 2 times 6.
I got 6, you got 6, she got 6. We got 18 all together, if we can get them all together.
6 times 3 is 18, 3 times 6.
I got 6 in my right hand, 6 in my left hand, 6 on my head. And you got 6 in your pocket. Put them all on the floor, and that's 24.
6 times 4 is 24, 4 times 6.
I got 6 red hens. They laid 5 eggs each. All the eggs hatched out, and the yard was full of 30 little chicks.
6 times 5 is 30, 5 times 6.
One fine day, they all started in to lay. I got 36 eggs, and I took them in the house, and I put them in boxes. 6 eggs each, 6 boxes.
Oh, 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 6.
Going to the candy store. I take 6 of these, and 6 of those, and 6 of them, and 6 of the others, and also 6 of the red, and 6 of the white, and 6 of the blue. I put them in one bag. That's 42.
6 times 7 is 42.
7 times 6.
Oh, throwing down jacks, picking up 6. I made 8 tricks and didn't miss a lick.
6 times 8 is 48. 8 times 6. 9 hungry men had $6 each.
Oh!
And that's 54 bucks, but they were out of luck. 54 bucks won't buy dinner downtown, not for 9. Then there were 6 hungry men. They had $9 each.
Yeah!
And they went downtown, and the waiter said, sit down. Oh, it makes a big difference how you spread it around.
6 times 9 is 54, 9 times 6.
See that prince over there, huh? Yeah. The one with the fuzzy hair. He's got 6 rings on every finger. He don't wash no dishes, not with 60 diamonds.
6 times 10 is 60, 10 times 6.
He brought along 11 camels. Ain't that nice?
Ain't that nice?
Each one loaded down with 6 casks of oil and spice. Brought quite a price.
6 times 11 is 66, 11 times 6.
He had 12 wives. He better be rich. Each one had 6 kids, 6 children each.
6 times 12 is 72, 12 times 6.
But me, I got 6.
I got 6.
That's all there is.
But that's all there is.
6 times 1 is 6.
6 times 1 is 6.
1 times 6.
1 times 6.
I got 6.
I got 6.
That's all there is.
But that's all there is.
6 times 1 is 6.
6 times 1 is 6.
1 times 6.
1 times 6.
I got 6.
Now you can call me Lucky, 'cause Lucky's my name. Singing and dancing, that's my game. I never did a whole day's work in my life, still everything seemed to turn out right. Like a grasshopper on a summer's day, I just love to play and pass the time away, 'cause I was born 'neath a lucky star. They said I'd go far, making people happy, that's my favorite game. Lucky 7 is my natural name. Slipping and sliding my whole life through, still I get everything done that I got to do, 'cause I was born 'neath a lucky star. School is where you are? Oh, that's not hard. Let me show you something. You multiply 7 times 1. I got 7 days to get that problem done. Multiply 7 times 2. Take 14 laughs when you're feeling blue. Multiply 7 times 3. A 21-day vacation, you can play with me. Multiply 7 times 4. You got 28 days, that's a 1 month more to pay the mortgage on your store. Don't worry, something will turn up, yeah. Multiply 7 times 5. I don't know how you did it, but man alive, that's 35. Multiply 7 times 6. Grab a stick and make a 42 clickety-clicks. Multiply 7 times 7. Take 49 steps right up to 7th heaven. Multiply 7 times 8. They got 56 of flavors and I just can't wait. Multiply 7 times 9. 63 musicians, all friends of mine. Multiply 7 times 10. And that brings you right back to 70 again. You know, I think that's important. There's a trick there somewhere. Multiply 7 times 11. Even a rabbit knows that's 70 plus 7. Multiply 7 times 12. You got 84. And isn't that swell? I'm gonna try 7 times 13 just for fun. 70 plus 21. 7 times 14 must be great. Well, exactly, that's a 70 plus 28. 7 times 15, man alive, that's 70 plus 35, 105. Man, this stuff is simple, no jive. You got it. Now I gotta fly. Excuse me, folks, I'm saying goodbye. I sure do thank you for the huckleberry pie. Take it home, boys. Remember Lucky 7 Samson, that's my natural born name. If you should ask me again, I have to tell you the same. You'll wake up tomorrow, you'll be glad that I came, 'cause you'll be singing one of the songs that I sang. So keep a happy outlook and be good to your friend, and maybe I'll pass this way again. Bye.
Figure 8 is double 4. Figure 4 is half of 8. If you skate, you would be great if you could make a figure 8. That's a circle that turns round upon itself. 1 times 8 is 2 times 4. 4 times 4 is 2 times 8. If you skate upon thin ice, you'd be wise if you thought twice before you made another single move. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 8 is 32, and 5 times 8 is 40, you know. 6 times 8 is 48, 7 times 8 is 56, 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 8 is 72, and 10 times 8 is 80, that's true. 11 times 8 is 88, and 12 times 8 is 96. Now here's a chance to get off on your new math tricks, 'cause 12 times 8 would be great if you could make a figure 8. That's a circle that turns round upon itself. Place it on its side and it's a symbol meaning infinity.
Number 9 will put you on the spot. Number 9 will tie you up in a knot. When you're trying multiplying by 9, you might give it everything you've got and still be stopped. If you don't know some secret way you can check on, you'll break your neck on naughty number 9. Now the first thing to keep in mind when you're multiplying by 9 is that it's 1 less than 10. You see, 9 is the same as 10 minus 1. So you could multiply your number by 10 and then subtract the number from the result, and you'd get the same product as if you'd multiplied by 9 and you knew it. I mean, 8 times 9 is 80 minus 8. And 7 times 9 is 70 minus 7. And 6 times 9 is 60 minus 6. You could use those tricks. 'Cause you must have some secret way you can beat it, or else you'll meet it with a naughty number 9. Of course, it doesn't hurt to know the table of 9s by memory. It goes like this. 1 times 9 is 9, and 2 times 9 is 18. Mean old number 9. 3 times 9 is 27, and 4 times 9 is 36. 5 times 9 is 45, and 6 times 9 is 54. And 7 times 9 is 63. 8 times 9 is 72. And 9 times 9 is 81. And 10 times 9 is 9. Now the digit sum is always equal to 9. I mean, if you add 2 and 7, the digits, you get 9, the digit sum. That's true of any product of 9. If they don't add up, you've made a mistake. 'Cause you must have some secret way you can check it, or else you'll wreck it with naughty, nasty, mean old number 9.
Good, 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 good. A good 11, yeah. It's almost as easy as multiplying by 1. Good, 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 good 11. Yes, 11 almost makes multiplication fun. Some people get up at 7:15. Other people lie bed till 8:45 or 9. But I'm happy just to hang in there till 11. 'Cause 11 has always been a friend of mine. Good 11. Never gave me any trouble till after 9. Good, 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 good 11. 11 will always be a friend of mine. Now when you get a chance to multiply by 11, yeah, it's almost as easy as multiplying by 1. You don't even have to use a pencil when you use 11. And 11 almost makes multiplication fun. You know why? Yeah, because you get those funny looking double-digit doogies as an answer. Like 22, 33, 44, and 55. 66, 77, 80, 80, 99 is your answer. When you multiply 11 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, good, gave me any trouble till after 9. Good, 11. I can always get that answer easy every time. Now 11 times 10 is the same as 10 times 11. 10 times 11, it's 110, no matter what you do. And 121 is the answer to 11 times 11. And 11 times 12 is 132. 11 13s are 143 now. That's a 143. 11 14s are 154. Dig it, it's 154, 165, and 176 are 15 and 16. You better pick up on the pattern, cause I ain't got time to tell you anymore. I've got a date with a good 11. She never gave me any trouble till after 9. Good 11. Yes, 11 will always be a friend of mine.
When you're in the dark and you want to see, you need
electricity.
Flip that switch and what do you get? You get electricity. Every room can now be lit with just electricity. Where do you think it all comes from, this powerful electricity? Through high wires to here it comes, they're bringing electricity. Every building must be wired to use it. Electricity. Power plants most all use fire to make it electricity. Burning fuel and using steam, they generate electricity. Turn that generator by any means, you're making electricity. A generator is a machine that contains a powerful magnet that creates a magnetic field. When wires are rotated rapidly through this field, then a current of electricity is produced. Now, if we only had a superhero who could stand here and turn the generator real fast, then we wouldn't need to burn so much fuel to make electricity. Benjamin Franklin, flying his kite, was searching for electricity. He knew that it had something to do with the lightning. It's all electricity. Rubbing a comb with wool or fur will give you a charge of static electricity. Stroking a cat to make it purr, you're building up static electricity. Electricity at rest is called static electricity. Like in the winter, wearing a heavy coat, you get a shock off the doorknob, or you scrape across the carpet and sneak up on your very best friend and zap him on the ear with the shock of electricity. Current flowing to and fro makes a circuit of electricity. Voltage is the pressure that makes it go. It's pushing up electricity. Watts will tell you just how much you'll be using electricity. Powerful stuff, so watch that plug. It's potent. Electricity.
Energy. Sometimes I think I'm running out of energy. Seems like we use an awful lot for heating and lighting and driving, reading and writing and jiving. Energy. You'd think we'd be saving it up. Energy. You can get it by damming up a river. Energy. A windmill can make the breeze deliver. But even with milling and damming, our needs are so much more demanding for energy. We have to use some kind of fuel. Chop, chop, chop. The cavemen used wood to start their fires. Chop, chop, chop. They made all the tools that they required. Chop, chop, chop. Inventions got more and more inspired. The fires got higher and higher, and clearings got wider and wider. Energy, they were burning about all their wood up. Then one day, men discovered that coal would do it better. Miners dug, and it looked like it might just last forever. It seemed like the final solution. It started the Industrial Revolution. Energy, we could just keep on digging it up. Now in 1859, way out in western Pennsylvania, a man had built a rig that got some laughs from folks who came there. But suddenly a mighty roar came up from under the ground. Soon a gusher gushing oil soaked all who stood around. Now no one knew when that gusher blew the petroleum years were honest, or that so many cars and trucks would come to cause a crisis. Energy, we're looking to try and find some new kinds. Energy, exploring to try and make a new find. Nuclear and thermal and solar. If we miss, we'll get colder and colder. Energy, we gotta stop using you up. So don't be cross when mama says turn that extra light out. Just turn it off till we find us a fuel that never runs out. If everyone tries a bit harder, our fuel will go farther and farther. Energy, we're gonna be stretching you out.
They say our solar system is centered round the sun. 9 planets large and small parading by. But somewhere out in space, there's another shining face you might see some night up in the sky. Interplanet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. The solar system is from a future world. She travels like a rocket with a comet team, and there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. No, there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. She's been to the sun. It's a lot of fun. It's a hot spot. It's a gas. Hydrogen and helium in a big, bright, glowing mass. It's a star. It's a star. So Janet got an autograph. Mercury was near the sun, so Janet stopped by. But the mercury on Mercury was much too high. So Janet split for Venus, but on Venus she found she couldn't see a thing for all the clouds around. Earth looked exciting, kinda green and inviting, so Janet thought she'd give it a go. But the creatures on that planet looked so very weird to Janet, she didn't even dare to say hello. It's a bird, it's a plane, why it must be a UFO, but it does. Interplanet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. The solar system is from a future world. She travels like a rocket with a comet team, and there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. No, there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. Mars is red and Jupiter's big, and Saturn shows off its rings. Uranus is built on a funny tilt, and Neptune is its twin. And Pluto, little Pluto, is the farthest planet from our sun. They say our solar system is not alone in space. The universe has endless mystery. Some future astronaut may find out that what he thought a shooting star instead turned out to be. Interplanet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. The solar system is from a future world. She travels like a rocket with a comet team, and there's never been a planet Janet hasn't
something bugging you and buzzing in your ear, the results can be quite itchy. So what is your reply? Tell your arm to swat that fly. Hey, there's a telegraph line. You got yours and I got mine. It's called the nervous system, and everybody understands those telegram commands, and you know that everybody better listen.
The central nervous system is the brain and the spine. The brain controls the system and the spine is the line. Telegrams come in to tell what's happening to you. Then telegrams go out to tell your body what to do.
There's a telegram for you, sir. Better read it on the spot. It says your hand is near a stove that's very, very hot. The results can be quite painful, and there's no time to think. Quick, pull that hand away and get it to the sink. There's a telegraph line. You got yours and I got mine. It's called the nervous system, and everybody understands those telegram commands, and you know that everybody better listen.
Your peripheral nerves, they go all out, delivering those messages your senses send out. From your hearing and touch to your sight and taste and smell, they let your brain react to all the messages they tell.
There's a telegram for you, kid, and it's at an awkward time. It says you've gotta go on stage and you forgot your lines. You're gonna be embarrassed cause this telegram's a rush. Your heart starts beating faster and you blush. Hey, there's a telegraph line. You got yours and I got mine. It's called the nervous system, and everybody understands those telegram commands, and you know that everybody better listen.
The autonomic system has a hold of you, controlling automatically some things that you do. Your breathing and your heartbeat just go on naturally. And when you're scared, your nerves rev up the speed.
Hey, there's a telegraph line. You got yours and I got mine. It's called the nervous system, and everybody understands those telegram commands, and you know that everybody better listen.
Down, 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 gravity. Help and wash the dishes, and I drop a cup. Why does everything fall down instead of up? Riding up a hill I spill and hit the ground. Wish I could fall up instead of always falling down.
Down, 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 down.
I'm a victim of gravity. Everything keeps falling down on me. No matter where I go, there are forces there I know. Down, 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 down.
It's all around town now.
It's like a magnet deep inside the ground. When I lift something up, I can feel it pulling down.
Pulls me in the pool. It pulls rain down on me.
I'm a victim of down, 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 down gravity. Galileo, Galilei. He did experiments with a force he couldn't see. He found that all things fell to Earth at the very same speed. He didn't know it yet, but that was due to gravity.
The moon goes round the earth and shines its silver light. The earth goes round the sun and makes the seasons right.
It isn't love that makes the world go round, you see.
Power of gravity. But please,
Don't tell Mary Jean.
down, 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 down. Without Earth's gravity to keep us in our place, we'd have no weight at all. We'd be in outer space.
The sea would float away, and so would fields and towns. Down, 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 down. Yeah. Isaac Newton underneath the apple tree. One hit
says that every object in the universe pulls on every other object. The bigger the object, the stronger the pull. But the greater the distance between the objects, the weaker the pull become. Come back, Mary Jean.
Don't call me clumsy, don't call me a fool. When things fall down on me, I'm following the rule. The rule that says that what goes up comes down like me. I will hit the boat down, 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 gravity. Shooby-doo, down, down, down.
When Reginald was home with flu, the doctor knew just what to do. He cured the infection with one small injection, while Reginald uttered some interjections.
Hey, that's smart! Ouch, that hurts! Yeah, that's not fair, giving a guy a shot down there!
Interjections,
Hey,
excitement,
yeah!
emotion.
Ouch!
They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Though Geraldine played hard to get, Geraldo knew he'd woo her. Yes, he showed his affection despite her objections, and Geraldine hollered some interjections.
Well, you've got some nerve. Oh, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Hey, you're kind of cute.
Interjections,
Well,
excitement, or emotion.
Hey.
They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy, or sad, or frightened, or mad, or excited, wow, or glad,
Hey!
an interjection starts a sentence right. The game was tied at 7-all when Franklin found he had the ball. He made a connection in the other direction, and the crowd started shouting out interjections.
Oh, you threw the wrong way.
Darn, you just lost the game.
Hooray, I'm for the other team.
Interjections,
Oh,
excitement,
darn.
emotion.
Hooray!
Generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy, or sad, or frightened, or mad, or excited, wow, or glad,
Hey!
an interjection starts a sentence right. Interjections,
Hey!
excitement,
Hey!
or emotion.
Hey.
They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Interjections show excitement or emotion. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Darn, that's the end.
The Vinyl Exile was written, produced, and programmed by Jamal David Wilson and his vinyl collection. The website at musicdiversityprotection.com is created and managed by the irreplaceable Ann Almgren. If you ever want to contact her to have you do your website work, you could always contact her at Great Graphics. That's GreatGrafix at Instagram. So you can always contact her there. And special thanks to Ribbon Records and Discogs for helping me get the material. And don't forget to tell your friends about the show, and please leave a review. I mean, you can always contact me through Instagram and Twitter by looking up The Vinyl Exile. I've killed the Facebook page. I mean, I thought it was pointless, so I've stick with Instagram and Twitter. I prefer being reached that way. Finally, once again, thank you so much for your patience and your loyalty to my show. This is a tough new era for all of us, regardless of our ideals and beliefs. Just please stay home and stay safe. Support your local businesses. Wear a face mask, wash your hands, and be civil and compassionate to each other and everything around you. Make sure that you protect life, protect nerd power. Take care, and be seeing you.